Okay, it looks like we are live. We very well could be live. I think we are. Looks like. Yeah, this is awesome. I am in my car. I am streaming live just using my iPhone as a hotspot. And I thought, while my son is over there at baseball practice, that we could all do some video editing together, right? So just so you kind of know what I have going on here, I have my M1 MacBook Pro, which has the M1 Max chip in it. I have over here my Sony ZV-E10, which is, oh, great little zoom there, or great little focus there on my finger. No, I have my Sony ZV-E10, which is obviously shooting video. I have everyone staring at me as I sit in my car in New York City editing video. Are the doors locked? I don't want anybody to come in here and steal all this gear. So I am Patrick. I am, as I say at the beginning of almost all my videos, I'm a husband, a dad, a human, and a creator living in New York City. And on this channel, we talk about all of it. And when it comes to creation, I very rarely get to let people in on my editing process. And when we talk about editing, we are talking about video and audio. I mean, you can't edit your lights. I mean, yeah, you can mess with the color of your video and things like that. But, you know, kind of what you set up is what you have to work with. And I'm really excited by some of the lighting setups I've had recently. Let me go ahead and open Final Cut here. And I'll go ahead and, you know what I'll do is I will show you my screen. And can I add in like a... I'm figuring this out on the spot, you guys. I'm so sorry. Can I add in a... Oh, yeah, there I am. I'll add myself in right there. Oh, can you guys still hear me? Yes, you can. All right, great. I really love this lighting setup I have going on here. As you can see, I have a nice key light, which is hitting my face. And the key light that I'm using is a Dazny. I think it's like D-A-Z-Z-N-E. It's a very simple desk light that you can change the color temperature of. I put it at 5600K Kelvin, and it's just giving me a really natural light on my face. I am a white, pale person, so I'm not a pro at color, but the light that's hitting my face, I like seeing, I like the look of the light hitting my face, as you can see in this image here. Let me just blow that up for
the
you.
LED
and you should be hearing
the Rode wireless.
that audio as well. Let me push play here.
And if I do, I know it's just gonna.
Yeah. Okay. So I really like the terrible shot. Oh, that is too, and so is that. Let's see here.
Here a little.
Okay, this is fine. I really like the way the light is hitting my left side, and the darkness of my right side really gives like a cool contrast to the image that's being shown. And then behind me, what really sets this setup apart, what really makes this setup great, in my opinion, is that backlight, that RGB light. That's a light made by GVM, which I think stands for Great Video Makers, right? Super cheesy. So I think this mic is a little hot. I'm going to turn it down. Anybody in the comments that's watching can let me know whether or not this mic is so hot. I want to make sure I'm coming through. Yeah. Sorry, I'm checking things as we go because this is the first time I'm doing this. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Yeah, let me bring this mic down just a little bit. Okay, so I really like the way that backlight kind of separates me from the background. Normally, I would just have like a white wall behind me. And slowly I've made a very simple lighting setup work for me. I set it up in a day and it was awesome, or it is awesome. And both of those lights are $100 a piece, so totally doable. You can also, like I said, the desk light, that's my key light hitting my face. Right now my key light is my car light right there. Not great lighting, sorry. But that key light that's hitting my face, that Dazny or however you pronounce it, it has a remote. So I sit down at my desk, I just click the remote, and I can change the settings on the remote. And as I'm looking at the image in my preview screen before I film, I'm seeing the color temperature change. I'm seeing the brightness raise and lower. And then behind me, the light behind me, I can actually control with an app on my phone. So both lights are totally controllable via, whatever device I'm using, remote on the phone or physical remote in my hand on my desk. So I really like the look of these lights. What else do we have going on here? I also have an overhead cam going on here. Now, this overhead cam, I'm not sure if I love it because I just use my phone over my desk, and I might not edit this video right now. I might edit actually a GoPro, a video that I had with the same exact setup. Instead of having my phone overhead, I had my GoPro overhead. I think it's going to look a lot better. I might have to kind of fake reshoot these shots because the things I was trying to show with my hands are small little microphones, and they came out really blurry. So totally fixable. I can go back and reshoot that stuff. When I talk about, like, as you can see this mic here, I can just watch the video and set up a better overhead shot, and with my hands kind of do exactly what I was doing in that video. So I've got my overhead shot. I've got my Sony ZV-E10, the same camera I'm using right now, as my main shot. I've got my key light. I've got my background light. I've got a bus passing right over here, and I'm editing in my car. Thanks for being with me. Let's keep going here, and let me see here. Yeah. Let me go ahead. I'm going to actually close this library, and let's open up a different library that I basically haven't really begun editing at all with. And this is a video I shot today, a really quick video called The Best Mic for Content Creators. And I only threw in the footage. So I have my overhead GoPro shots, and I have my main shot, which looks like this.
Your computer, get the audio and add it to your
Now you're hearing really bad audio right now.
With the DJI mic.
Because I haven't synced up my DJI mic audio with the video footage yet. So let's go ahead and actually throw this into Final Cut Pro and get to work. So whenever I create a video project, I have a video project folder here. I duplicate that, Command D, and within right on my desktop, which is where I keep the current projects I'm working on unless I run out of space, I have a folder for audio. Deliverables is anything I'm done with that's been exported. Extras is like little funny clips or GIFs or photos that I've added in. Well, actually, not photos. Final Cut is the project folder. Everything that Final Cut does to make Final Cut work is within that folder. Footage is my finalized audio and my finalized footage. And images is images. Now, I've already done this. I copied that project and created a new name for it. So I have 2022 1025 Best Mic for Content Creators. I have my audio files in here that I recorded, my DJI mic here. I have my footage. So let's go ahead and create a Final Cut project for this video. So I go to Final Cut, File, New. I create a new library for every single one of my projects. So I click there. And let me just go ahead and copy this folder name. Whoop, paste. So I call my project. This is a working title, and I'm going to put it in the Best Mic for Content Creators folder, the Final Cut folder, save. It automatically creates like a smart collection for me. I delete that. I'm going to rename this footage, and then not Command in, Option in, and I'm going to name this projects, and I'm going to spell it correctly. Command in, that's for a new project. I'm going to give it the same name as the library. And you'll notice these folders like footage, images, extras, correlates to that exact same structure I've created here in my Finder. So anything I dump in, I don't just dump things into Final Cut. I actually organize it ahead of time in Finder. Then I put it into Final Cut. This just helps me in the long run. Now, let me see. I want to just make sure I'm keeping up with people who might be watching. Oh, Brunch M recently found your channel, fellow New Yorker. Oh, where are you in New York, man? Can I, like, reply? I don't want to report the message. Can I do, like, an @? Baru? Yeah, I can. As you can tell, I'm kind of a pro live streamer. I'm figuring out things as I go along. Okay. Where was I? Can I actually see the comments here in... Yeah, let me see here. Comments. I'm using a software... I'm using a software called Ecamm Live to stream. Right now, it allows you to show any external camera. You can use your FaceTime camera. It allows you to see so many things. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of technology. And if you're watching right now, I can see your comments. And if you want to say hi, I'd love to say hi to you as I edit here. And as I said, I'd love for you to say hi. Someone left the live stream. That is fine. Let's get into some editing. All right, so I'm going to hop over to Final Cut. I've got my footage folder, nothing's in it. I've got my projects folder. So let me go to the Finder here and go to my footage folder and just dump in both my GoPro files and my Sony ZV-E10 files. Yeah, there we go. The GoPro does this thing where it separates every few minutes. It separates a new GoPro video. So you'll see I've got two videos here. I need to combine those things. So 978 and 978 here. I just click on both of those by holding down my command key. It allows me to select multiple things. And I say new compound clip. And I'm going to call it GoPro. And it takes both of those files and puts them together as one long stream. And it should be, let me just make sure I put it in the right order.
These microphones and be really, really happy. But if you're looking for a...
Yep, okay. And I have my Sony ZV-E10 footage here. Now we're going to leave those be for a second because notice I'm still using just like the onboard audio. The audio doesn't sound good because I'm using just the onboard audio from my camera, and I want to use my DJI mic audio. So I'm going to go back here to the Finder, and before putting it into Final Cut, you can edit audio in Final Cut. I like to edit it outside of Final Cut, and I use a template essentially that I bought for Logic to edit my footage. Do I have my headphones with me? Of course I don't. Okay, if you're hearing any echo when I play things, please forgive me. Can I turn on echo cancellation here? Echo. Let me see. Oh, can I? Yeah. Did I kill everything? Oh no, we're back. Okay, let me just go ahead and push play here and make sure that's working.
Two microphones. When I open up this case here, you see the receiver.
Okay, so let's go ahead and edit some of our audio. And the reason why I dumped my footage into Final Cut Pro first is because, look, it has to transcode all this media. It takes a really long time to... Actually, that's not true. Transcoding and rendering in Final Cut Pro is actually super speedy, but we're still dealing with 4K footage here, so it's going to take a little while. So while that's transcoding, I'm just going to move over here to Logic, and I'm going to open up a template to start editing my audio. Okay, so let's go over here to audio, and remember, we're in our project folder, 2022-1025, best mic for content creators, audio, and I have this Logic project called the same name, 2022-1025, best mic for content creators. Double click. Here comes an ambulance. It's probably going to get loud, and you see these lights flashing on my face. Welcome to New York, everybody. We're really doing it. Okay. Here's the template I use in Logic. It's actually something, this is like a very cheap template I bought for editing live stream audio when my church was live streaming during COVID. Well, we still live stream, but when we were exclusively live streaming. I wanted to find a quicker way to edit audio because I'm just not a pro at editing audio, so I bought this template. And there's a speaker mic template, which basically like gives you like, hey, if you're having someone talking to a microphone, doing announcements, or teaching a sermon or a TED Talk, these are some general settings you might want to use, but tweak them from this point. So I just use that. And I take my DJI audio, I drag and drop. It's going to give me a warning here. I'm going to select Change Project. Great. And then it's going to load in all of this audio. And if I push play, I'll hear it come through. And it honestly sounds fine, but it's got tons of reverb. I always turn the reverb all the way down. I really want, for my videos, I want it to be just a dead sound. What is like a flat, a neutral sound, not dead sound. You know what I mean? Flat, neutral sound. And then what I love to do is on this speaker mic here, I love to just bring up the volume a bit. I'm going to double click and just say -2. Okay. Then I go over to the channel strip here and click on the EQ. And I go to voice and I just say, hey, give me a voiceover EQ. And it automatically plugs in like a, hey, if you're doing a voiceover, I mean, this is generally an EQ that we, the people at Logic, would use. That's honestly, that's fine for me. Command S, I'm just going to always be saving. ABS, abs, always be saving. I'm going to throw on this guy here, and I'm going to Command B, which means bounce my audio. I'm going to do a full wave format here, not MP3, not M4A. Okay, where did I want to go? Where do I want it to go? Well, again, I want it to go right into that main content creator video I'm making folder. I don't want it to go in audio. I want to put it in my footage folder. This is my finalized audio that I'm going to pair up with my video, so I put it into my footage folder, and I select bounce. Bounce with me. Okay, it's going to take a while. It's about I don't know, like 15 or 20 minutes of filming, so a lot of audio. It takes a little while to bounce. Let's pop over to Final Cut here and see how it's doing with transcoding audio. So yeah, as you can see here, I have this progress, not a bar, circle. If I click on it, it shows me the bar. 70% done transcoding our audio. So we're just going to let that finish, but you can continue editing while transcoding is happening. Just so you know, oh, hey. Oh, Ben Perez. Oh man, so good to see you. All right, while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna go ahead and all right. Hi, Shadow. I don't know who that is, but Ben Perez, I do know who that is. Ben Perez, good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. Okay, so I have Argentina. Hola, mi gente, yo soy muy guapo. See, sorry, that's all I got. What up from Argentina? So now that, okay, you see this little check mark here? That means that my footage has been transcoded. It's ready to be manipulated without, you know, any lag time or anything like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and select my compound GoPro clip. I'm going to go ahead and select this. Oh, actually, no, I need to drag my edited audio in first. So I go back to my footage folder. Here is my audio. Let me just click on Logic to make sure it's done. Yeah, let's quit Logic. Okay, and let's drag this in. Whee! Now it has to transcode that as well. Or not transcode, it just has to import it and, you know, make sure everything's working well. Let me just click up here and push play.
Two microphones. When I open up this case,
okay, great. I'm going to want to edit a little bit of that audio later, but for now it's fine. So I click on my Sony ZV-E10 footage. I'm holding down my command key to select multiple things. I click on this audio that I just edited, and I click on my compound GoPro clip. I right-click on all of those, and I create a multicam clip. Now what that's going to do, let me go ahead and select that, is it's going to create a new clip. I'm just going to call it multi. I'm going to spell it right first. Whoop. If that's going to go into my footage event, it's going to line up all my audio and video to be in time together. And when I drag this multi-clip here down into my timeline, there it is. It's only showing me one of my camera angles, which looks really good. I'm going to zoom in and make it look a little bit better. But if I double click on that multicam clip, notice how it has aligned all of the things here. So if I push play on one of these clips,
sitting there thinking, listen, I'm starting to take content creation
let me hear the
more
audio
seriously.
from GoPro.
What do I do next? Lighting, great option. But remember, you can go stand by a window.
Well, audio doesn't sound good, but you can see that it's lined up with our other audio sources. So let me hit the back button here. I'm looking at this multicam clip. And if I go to my view menu here, and I already have this checked off and select angles, these are both my audio and my video angles. So if I click here, and right at this video, I wanted to move to my overhead shot, I would click right here, whoop, my overhead shot, and it basically you're selecting which camera to use. And for audio, I want to always be using this audio clip here. So you see that little scissors tool, you click on which clip you want to use. I'm going to Command Z and undo that. First, let's make a couple of edits. I'm zoomed way out, I want to zoom in, but let me hop over to Ecamm and make sure see if there's been any comments. And I'll just go back to camera 1 here. All right, greetings from Argentina. Pretty good. Thank you, Shadow. I'm trying out the Spanish. Not great. No, this is not Resolve. I'm using Final Cut Pro. The reason I use Final Cut Pro is it's simply what I selected, and ever since I've been using it, I like it. Is it perfect? Absolutely not, but it's kind of just what I've decided to go with. So here I am. Okay. All right, let me go back to my screen. So let's start doing some editing. So first and foremost, let me just double click to open up all my clips again. I'm going to click on my main shot here, and I'm just going to make this look a little bit better. I'm going to zoom in so that a lot of the gear is taken away, except for some mics. I'm going to bring this up so that I see a little bit of my desk along with some of the microphones and things on my desk. I'm going to expand that, and I don't hate that look. Let me get to a spot where I'm actually, like, you can see my face. See? Yeah, I like that look. So I like the light on me. I like the light behind me. I like some of the gear in the shot. I'm good with that. Let me go down to my GoPro shot as well. And let me click the little screen here so it shows me the GoPro shot. And I'm going to zoom that in as well. I'm going to move this up. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to move this up a bit. And what I'm using over here is called the inspector. Okay. It's this button right here. And it just brings up all these parameters that you can change for both video and audio. Okay, so now when I switch between my individual clips using that multi-cam clip, I will have the angle looking the way I want it to. Now, I'm a little concerned about this overhead shot. I think I may have zoomed in a little bit too much. We'll see. I'm also going to click on this overhead shot, and I'm going to move up to this tool here, which just balances the color. It's going to automatically do it for me. Very rarely do I have to manually do this. It does it for me automatically, and I tend to like it. Yes, so I like that shot to be a little bit more blown out. Let me undo that. So see how the table's darker? If I balance the color according to Final Cut, it makes the table lighter, which makes these microphones and little pieces of equipment pop out a bit more. I really like that. Okay, let me go back to my multicam clip and let's start making some cuts. Now, once I have the shots looking somewhat close to what I like, then I start creating my different end points and beginning points in my clips. I mean, guys, most of my videos, I simply push record and go for it. And some people, there are videos that I script out every single word. But most of my videos, I push record and go for it. I have an idea of what I want to say, and I kind of work it out as I go along. The reason is time. I don't have much time. I have a full-time job. I have 3 kids. I have a wife who also works full-time who's amazing. And so when I have the opportunity to record, a lot of times I'm just like, I had that idea. I'm just going to push record and see what happens. And that's what works for me. Okay, let me just answer a couple questions here. I see. Yep. So yeah, if it works, here's Shadow Fandub. I'm going to throw his comment on the screen. It says, if it works for you, he's talking about Final Cut, he or she, sorry, they are talking about, if it works for you, it is always best to be familiar with what makes you feel comfortable. Talking about mics, in your opinion, for location or voiceover, USB or XLR, I say go with what works. If you're using a mic that has a standard, let me actually put that question up here for everybody. And forgive me if I am misreading your question, Shadow. Let me know. Talking about mics, in your opinion, for location or voice or voiceover, USB or XLR, I say go with what works. In this video, I actually talk about one of my favorite mics. It is the Samson Q2U. and it is $60 or so. It comes with a mic stand, it comes with an XLR cable, and it comes with a USB cable because it can do both. It will plug into any soundboard out there. It will plug into your iPhone. It will plug into your iPad. It will plug into your Mac or your PC and record. So I say whatever you can afford, whatever you can go with, get a Samson Q2U. A ton of my videos I've recorded with that mic, and it sounds amazing. So thank you for the question, Shadow. Keep the questions coming. All right, let's go back to some editing. So I'm going to start pushing play, and we're going to hear all my mistakes.
As you can see, over the years, I have done a fair share of microphone collection. And the best microphone for podcasting.
Messed up there.
As you can see, so if you are starting a YouTube channel or an Instagram account, or you want to be TikTok famous, at some point you're going to want to upgrade your... As you can see over the year,
Okay, right there. That's where I want to start. So I'm going to hold down, hit the B key to turn on my blade. I'm going to cut, hit the A key, whoop, and this is the beginning of my video.
As you can see, over the years, I have done a fair amount of microphone collection, but we've never...
I love the way this looks. I love the look. I love having the gear in the shot. So people are watching this and they're already interested. Which mic is he going to pick up? Which one's he going to talk about? Little do they know, the mic that I'm going to use isn't even in the shot yet. It's actually clipped to my sweater, but I haven't fully talked about it yet.
Never talked about the best all-around microphone for content creators that you should buy until today. My name is Patrick. I am a husband, a dad, a human, and a creator.
So here's my intro. I jump right in, and I don't start with, hey, welcome back to another video, because guess what? I don't know if people have watched my videos before. I don't talk about who I am, because nobody cares who I am. They've clicked on my video to hear what I'm going to share that they need to know about. So I start with the information first, and then I say, my name is. Let's listen to that real quick.
Today, for content creators, that all-around microphone for content creators that you should buy until today. My name is Patrick. I am a husband, a dad, a human, and a creator living in New York City. And on this channel, we talk about all of it. So let's get into it.
Boom. Stop right there. Now, what I love about stopping on this shot, let me actually just open it up here. That's probably going to be my thumbnail. Me holding a couple of microphones, you know, maybe like the DJI logo somewhere in there. I don't know. Or maybe like a circle. I'll put like a circle around the DJI mic on my sweater. I don't know. We'll see. So let me just cut that blade, boo, and then I get into the rest of my video. See all this dead space here? Obviously, I can just go to the next time I see a little audio peak here.
So if you are...
And cut. Now, I know for a fact, and then cut out that dead space.
Let's get into it. So if you are starting...
So I've cut between two clips. Ooh, let's just shorten that up.
Let's get into it. So if you are starting... So if you're starting, if you've just signed up for, and there are so...
Okay.
So if you've just signed up for Instagram, or you're starting a YouTube channel, or you want to become TikTok famous, at some point you're going to want to up the level of your audio. Pun intended, totally planned that.
Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. That's going to be my next little section. So B, cut, A, go back to my selector tool, delete. And here's how I'm going to do that. The way I edit my YouTube videos is you want to constantly, literally like every few seconds, like 30 seconds at the most, you need to continue to grab the attention of your viewer. And here's the way I do that. So I'm going to push play.
So if you've just signed up for Instagram, or you're starting a YouTube channel, or you want to become TikTok famous, at some point you're going to want to up the level of your audio. Pun intended, totally planned that.
So here's how I'm going to keep their attention. I'm going to cut right here after I finish that explanation or that section.
Your audio.
Cut. Cut. Then I'm going to cut right here. And watch what I do. I'm going to click on this little clip where I kind of lean in and say, pun intended, like I just made a joke. I'm going to move over here to my inspector. I'm going to zoom in and watch what this looks like.
To up the level of your audio. Pun intended, totally planned that.
Okay. And then I'm going to move to this next section here and cut.
And the level of your audio. Pun intended, totally planned that. And there are so...
So as the viewer is watching to gain information, they're also being entertained. I mean, hopefully, or at least their attention is continuing to be captured by me doing silly little things like that. Oh, thank you so much, Shadow. A couple things here. I just want to address some of these questions and comments. Or here, whoa, Shadow, you are going for it. Okay. In my case, USB is more useful. That's absolutely fine. Samson Q2. I have Blue Yeti. Oh, look at all this stuff that Shadow has. That's awesome. Blue Yeti, Samson Q2U, Audio Technica. I mean, yeah, USB is super helpful. So easy to use. And this brings me tons of love and joy. Love your set, so professional. Thank you. It was so easy to set up. 2 lights, $100 a piece. I really love it too. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get back to some editing here. Okay, so I've got this next section here.
And there are so many options that you can choose from. For instance, we have USB-C microphones like this Rode NT USB Mini. I love this microphone. Plug it into your iPhone, iPad, Mac, PC via USB, and it just works. We also have the Samson Q2U. We've got this for about $99, but this comes in at right around $70. And it's not just a microphone. It comes with a stand, an XLR cable, and a USB cable, and again, plugged right into your Mac, right into your console for audio.
Oh, I made a mistake there. So let's actually see what I do here.
If you're on the market for a microphone, there are a lot of options. If you're looking for a microphone, there are a lot of options or output that...
Okay, didn't really get it there either.
If you're looking for a microphone, there are...
How does this start?
...and choose from. And there are so many options. If you're looking for a microphone, there are...
Okay, I think this is where I actually nailed it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here, B, cut that, and cut that. So here's our new section here.
Pun intended, totally planned that. If you're looking for a microphone...
Now, I really like this, and a lot of times I push record, and I kind of have to work out my dialogue as I'm filming the video, but what that gives me is it does take more time. If I scripted it perfectly, yeah, that would be great, but a lot of times I don't have time to do that. So when I have the ability to, when I don't have the ability to script things, I sit there and I just start recording. A lot of times it takes me a few times that I eventually find the right words to string together to really get to the point and get rid of the fluff. All of the things around my dialogue, like, oh, hi, well, hey, it's me, Patrick. Instead, you'll notice I jumped right into, if you're looking for a microphone, you know, I'm very just to the point. Took me a while to get there, but I got there. Now I'm getting, who is contacting me? I just need to make sure. Okay. Let's see how this goes.
If you're looking for a microphone, there are tons of options to choose from. For instance, there's a ton of just USB-C mics, like this Rode NT USB Mini. A great microphone. Has a USB-C port on the back that will plug into your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, or your PC, but it only plugs in via USB-C, and it's about $100. But this is a $70 microphone, and I tend to stick with this guy right here, the Samson Q2U. It also plugs in via USB to a Mac, PC, iPad, or iPhone, but it also has an XLR jack, meaning it has a regular microphone input and output. So it can not only be plugged into all of those iOS devices and those computers, but it can also be plugged into any old regular audio console. And then we come to like the on-camera microphones, like this Rode Video Mic Go 2. Again, $100, plugs into your camera, plugs into your PC, plugs into your Mac, your iPhone, or your iPad using its 8-inch input or its USB-C port. All of these are great. $99, $70, $100. If you are looking for a desk microphone, I would suggest the Samson Q2U because it also comes with an XLR cable, a USB cable, and a stand and a little windscreen here. It's a great value microphone that also sounds incredible. All of these options are good. But if you are a content creator and you're looking to spend money to up...
Now, here I'm going to switch to, but if you're a content creator, you should try this instead. So I want to kind of switch up the game and grab their attention once again. So I'm going to zoom back in on me.
Value microphone that also sounds incredible. All of these options are good.
Right here. Click, blade.
But if you are a content creator and you're looking to spend money to up the level of your content, to up the quality, don't start with video, start with audio. Because if someone is watching your content and it looks okay, but sounds great, they'll keep watching. If they're watching your content and it looks super crispy because you've invested in camera gear, but it doesn't sound good, they will click or swipe away. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. So if you're looking to make an upgrade.
So I said, trust me on that. Trust me on that. So
trust me on that. So if you're looking to make an trust me on that.
So I'm gonna hit the blade here, and I'm gonna hit the blade here. So these two clips, one, I want to zoom in on this guy. I want to zoom in just a little bit because I'm trying to grab their attention. And then when I say, trust me on that a second time, zoom in even further. So when I go from here,
incredible. All of these options are good. But if you
see how it just comes in a little bit and grabs their attention? But one thing I want to do is I want to cut down on that transition. Whoa, where'd I go? Yeah.
Also sounds incredible. All of these options are good. But
actually, no, I like that.
But if you are a content creator and you're click or swipe away, trust me on that.
All right, so here I want to copy the settings of this clip, Command C, and click on this guy, Shift Command V, and click on paste. So I've zoomed in here.
They'll keep watching. They will click or swipe away. Trust me on that.
Now I'm back out to my main shot. So I started here, and then I said, but here's what you need to know. I zoomed in, and then I went, and trust me on that, and now I'm back out to my full shot. So the reason why I do that is it just grabs the attention of the viewer, which I think is a really good call. Now, I'm going to be very unprofessional. My wife is sending me messages. I want to make sure she's okay. Great. Guys, check in with your loved ones. I hear some people commenting. I want to make sure everybody's okay. So I'm just going to flip back over here to camera 1. We're going to pause editing for a second. Okay. My next goals are the Rode NT Mini, Rode Pod Mic, and Rode Video Mic Go 2. If the Argentina economy explodes again. Dude, all of those mics are great. I'm wondering why you have so many of those, Shadow. Not explode. Okay, yeah, gotta bounce, bro. Great stuff. Oh, Ben, it was so good to see you, man. My super awesome face. That, my friend, is a first. But you know what? I'll take it. I'll take that awesome face comment. Thank you, bro. When you're alone on set, recording in one take is the best option. I agree, Shadow. However, if you're saying that, oh, it's my turn to wash the dishes. Hey, listen, I wash the dishes. And by the way, I actually have my kids wash the dishes most of the time. Oh! Yes, I do agree that just shooting in one take, and I think what you mean is instead of stopping and starting, yes, shooting in one take is the best thing to do. And then you have one long shot that you can just edit your points down and go for it. Let's go back to editing here. So I'm going to go back to my screen. Okay, so you guys can see me. So here we've got
will click or swipe away. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. So if you're looking to make an upgrade your audio. And these options are good, but if you're looking for an all-around great purchase microphone for any content creator, look no further than the
I want to zoom in here because I'm about to feature the product that we came here to talk about.
Than the DJI mic. Now, I just picked this up. I've been using it for a little while now. You can see it's clipped right onto my sweater here. It's an incredible microphone. And I've got a whole nother video that talks about the specifications of this versus the Rode Wireless Go 2, which you can watch if you'd like, but I really quickly want to tell you why this is the best mic for content creators.
Okay, right there. I want to cut. So right here, I'm going to make a cut. And this region of video here, I'm going to zoom in again to once again grab the attention of the viewer.
Look no further than the DJI mic. Than the DJI than the DJI mic. Than the DJI mic.
I don't know if I like that.
than the DJI mic. Now, I just picked this up. I've been using it for a little while now. You can see it's clipped right onto my sweater here. Watch if you'd like, but I really quickly want to tell you why this is the best mic for content creators. First and foremost, let's get price.
Okay, and then when I say then the DJI mic, one thing I'm not going to do right now, but I'm probably going to go back and do later is like a cheesy explosion or something like that. And a lot of times you can, let me show you real quick. You can go to Envato. Envato is a service that I pay for that gives me the ability to download video templates, effects, transitions, all sorts of things to add to a video project like the one I am doing. It really does take some of the work out of making your videos pop. So if you haven't checked out a service like Motion Array, or Soundstripe for songs, or Envato, which has everything, I mean, you should take a peek. It's amazing. I love it. Okay, so let me go ahead and just double check that I'm not missing any comments or anything like that. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, cool. Let's go back to Final Cut Pro. Okay.
The DJI mic. Now, mic for content creators. First and foremost, let's get price out of the way. It's $330.
So $339. I would go ahead and throw up a $ and add in like a cha-ching, like a cash register or something like that. I'm going to come back and do that later.
$30. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, for one microphone? Well, no, it's actually two microphones. When I open up this, first and foremost, let's get price out of the way. It's $330. $330. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, for one microphone? Well, no, it's actually two microphones. When I open up this case, it's actually two microphones. When I open up this case here,
okay, now here's where I want to switch to my overhead mic, overhead camera, because I'm starting to fool around with the product on my desk.
This case here, you see.
Okay, you see. So right here I have my playhead. I'm going to move up here to my angles and click boop. Oh, I'm still in audio, so click on the video icon, click.
Open up this case here, you see the receiver, you see a
Now, I don't like how this is all the way down in the corner. So I'm going to double click. And I'm going to move over. I'm going to move this more center. I'm going to move it more up. And that is where we want to be.
Open up this case here, you see the receiver, you see a transmitter, and another transmitter would be here, but it's right here. These transmitters allow you to plug the receiver, you see a transmitter, and another transmitter would be here, but it's right.
But it's right, click.
Right here.
So let's see what that looks like.
This case here, you see the receiver, you see a transmitter, and another transmitter would be here, but it's right here.
I'm going to just change, I'm going to pull that back a little bit.
And another transmitter would be here, but it's right here. These transmitters allow you to plug any microphone into them. So here I have a little lav microphone. I plug it into this transmitter. I clip it to my shirt. I'm recording audio.
So what I'm essentially trying to do at this point is move between overhead angle, front angle. Overhead angle, front angle. And as I move between those clips, you're going to start to, once I move through all these clips and find the exact takes that I want to use, I'm going to then go back and add in funny little quips and things like that. For instance, I have a ton of like little clips from movies like Owen Wilson opening up a newspaper and going, wow. That's my best Owen Wilson impression. So I start, if I say something like, and the DJI mic is only $330, cut to Owen Wilson. Wow. It just keeps people engaged. Funny, silly little things like that. Let me go ahead. Any comments? Everybody okay? More mics, more fun. Working on, let's see here. Oh, hi, Josh Coots. How are you? I really want to just go ahead and go to camera one here and throw this guy on the screen. Hey, Josh, I believe Josh is a fellow worship leader at another church. I work at a church full time, and the YouTube thing is something I do for fun and something that I want to grow into something that's more than just fun. But thanks for watching, Josh. I'm glad you're here. Knowing that you're a worship guy in a church as well, I'm sure that you do some like photo editing or video editing or sound design or something like that. So hey man, you get this. We're in it, just doing all the edits and stuff like that. Thanks for watching. All right, let's go back to the screen here. So I do want to make, I don't want this live stream to be too long, but like I said, at this point, I'm going to move through and find my in and out points of all of these clips. And this was a really quick video. As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers was sitting in our little office space today and said, hey man, I need to step out. I'll be right back. Now, he doesn't report to me or anything. He was just letting me know, hey, I'll see you in a few minutes. And I said, well, how much time are you going to be gone? How long are you going to be gone? He said, oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. He said, 15 minutes. I said, okay. And I said, I'm going to record a video while you were gone. So he was gone 15 to 20 minutes. And I just, boom, just threw this video out while he was gone. As you can see, it's a total of 14 minutes long. And that's without without the rest of my cuts being made. So as I go through and cut this down to the parts that I truly want to use, the video is going to get shorter and shorter and more to the point. And that's what you want. Sometimes you have an hour-long video, hour and a half long video. Sometimes your video is like a 30-second short on YouTube or an Instagram reel or something like that. All of that stuff matters. You should be creating all sorts of content. But remember, getting to the point is really important. But here we are on a live stream, and what I'm doing right now is trying to engage with an audience, not just create a cool-looking video. I hope it's cool-looking. So anyway, just something to be aware of. Yeah, Josh, I am. I'm just going to throw this up real quick. Josh said, car editing, that's a hustle. You are exactly right. My son is right over there at a public school at baseball practice. And I said, hey, I've got an hour. I'm going to do a live stream and do some editing. Yes, you are exactly right. Shadow, I don't know if you said this at the same time as me, but like, remember, make shorts with more important parts of the video. You are exactly right. So when I'm done with this long, I use what's called, I have a system for creating, what's the word? Reproducing content. Not redundant content. Oh my gosh, what's the word? I can't remember. I think it starts with an R. Where you make a long form video and then you take sections of that video and create shorts and reels and TikToks. It's a hustle and it takes more time, but you will get more clicks and more views that way by not just putting your video or your content onto one platform, but onto multiple platforms. But we always start with the long form content, right? Car editing is the new trend, bro. You are right, because car editing, that's hustle. You are right. Not reuse. Oh, it's repurpose. Repurposing content. Yay. Do I get an applause? Is there like an applause? Yeah. Okay, we want to repurpose content. We create the long form and we take that long form content and break it up into smaller pieces that we then distribute out on multiple platforms. Yes, you're exactly right, Josh. I'm sure you commented that before me, Josh, but listen, I'm the one with the camera and a microphone, so I get to say it first. Yay! Okay, so let's just continue blazing through some of this stuff.
Here, but it's right here. These transmitters allow you to plug any microphone into them. So here I have a little...
I'm speeding up the video just to make our process of editing. I'll come back and clean this up a little bit more, but I just want our interaction to be quicker and not boring.
Lav microphone. I plug it into this transmitter. I clip it to my shirt. I'm recording audio. This audio records right onto the transmitter itself. But what if you don't have a microphone? You might have to go buy another microphone, Patrick. No, you don't. As you can see here, this transmitter is a microphone itself. You can put a little windscreen, a little dead cat on the top of it, clip it to your sweater or what have you, or you can use this little magnet like I'm using right now to clip it to anything else, like that. And I've got the microphone right here and I'm talking into it. So these transmitters are super powerful.
Did you see that? Let me actually go back to that, because that's actually just a really cool feature that I think everybody should know about.
Clip it to your sweater or what have you, or you can use this little magnet like I'm using right now to clip it to anything else, like that.
That is so cool, and it's a genius way. So right here inside of this sweater, I have the magnet piece, and then on the outside, I just boop, put the microphone right on top, and it works perfect. Genius idea, DJI, genius.
And I've got the microphone right here, and I'm talking into it. So these transmitters are super powerful. When they're on my shirt or what have you, I'm recording to them, I simply press one button, it records to itself, and it's capturing audio. And you have two of these. So if you're doing an interview and you want one person to hold one of the transmitters and you hold the other one and simply talk like this, or even set it right down in front of you and record audio, it's going to sound phenomenal. It's going to capture that audio right on.
Now, we've gone like a couple of minutes here, and I haven't done any type of editing where I zoom in, zoom out, where I show my whole rig, cut to a tight shot of my face, which I don't know if I'd suggest. Or added any like little GIFs and by the way, it's GIFs. Argument over, not GIFs. Come fight me. Adding little GIFs, adding little movie clips or sound effects or audio, all that stuff. There's no backing track, no background music. I'm going to add all of that later. Right now, we're just getting our cuts down for the sake of time.
Onto the transmitter, and then you plug that transmitter via USB-C into your computer, get the audio, and add it to your project. But it also comes with, the DJI mic comes with this receiver, and this receiver can also receive audio from these transmitters. Transmitters record to themselves, but they also, at the same exact time, send whatever audio they are capturing to this receiver right here. And this receiver can plug into anything. It can plug into a camera, it can plug into any device that uses USB-C, so this little USB-C clip here that I can connect to the DJI mic receiver. It also has a lightning connection, so this plugs right into your iPhone, or your iPad has a lightning connection, or your iPad has a USB-C connection, and it...
I'm actually using that right now. If I can just kind of show you, I've got the receiver of the DJI mic plugged via USB into the side of my computer. Do me a favor, so how does it sound? Does it sound okay? I have the DJI mic here. I'm sending audio to it. It's wirelessly transmitting to that receiver, and that receiver is then sending that audio to Ecamm Live, which is then going out to YouTube. Somebody tell me, how does it sound? I'm obviously going to go back and listen to this, and the beautiful thing about the DJI mic is on the receiver, it also has a headphone out, so I could monitor the audio if I wanted to. But right now, quick live stream, I don't need to make everything sound perfect. I just wanted to get in and do it. Let's see here. So while I'm reading some of these comments, let's see here. Wash hands. That's it, Josh. Wash hands. When edit a streaming is so boring without speed. You're right. You're right. You guys are so right. Okay. Let me know. How does the audio sound? I'm going to go ahead and keep pushing play here.
Will capture the audio from one or both of these transmitters, which you can then edit later in whatever software you're using to edit audio. And then, as if that is not enough, this receiver can also use this USB-C port to plug.
So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start going back and making some cuts like to go to my overhead cam.
And then, as if that is not enough, this receiver can also use this USB-C port to plug into your computer and capture audio from these transmitters right into whatever digital computer and capture audio from these transmitters right into whatever digital audio workstation or DAW you're using. Logic, GarageBand, a Zoom meeting, or an Ecamm Live live stream.
That's what we're doing right now. We're using Ecamm Live, so I'm literally doing what I just talked about.
All of that audio can be captured from this transmitter into this receiver and then plugged into your computer to be used with whatever digital audio workstation or conferencing application or live streaming application like OBS that you could ever dream of. So all options are available to you. So right out of the gate, you can spend $100 on something like this or $70 on something like this, but you are limited in application. You are also limited in portability because this setup, it looks great, but putting all of this into my bag.
Okay, you can see there, you can hear there and see there that I made a mistake.
Because this setup,
I misspoke. I said this setup. So let's cut and make that look a little bit more engaging and sound better.
Portability, because this setup, because this
Let's see if I can cut there.
This setup, because this setup. Portability. This setup.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here and I'm going to zoom in, and it's going to look like a real nice cut, hopefully.
Portability. This setup. Portability. This setup.
And you know what I think I'm going to do?
Limited in portability.
I'm going to make that transition look a little bit easier. I'm going to cut to my overhead cam, and then it's going to cut back to me saying this setup. And let's see if that's any better. And you know what? I'm not going to zoom in. I'm going to Command-C this clip, Shift-Command. Oh, no. Command-C, Shift-Command-V. Okay. And then right here.
Limited in portability. Application.
Boom. So now watch.
In application. You are also limited in portability. This setup.
So that looks so much better. So I took away that stammering of words by switching the camera angle, cutting to where I said things correctly, and the viewer is none the wiser, except for you, because you joined me on this live stream.
In application. You are also limited in portability. This setup, it looks great, but putting all of this into my bag, not functional, not as portable as I would like it to be. But this, right into its case.
Oh, I want to switch to my overhead camera there.
Portable as I would like it to be. But this, right into its case, obviously fits into my bag very easily. And by the way, this case very easily. And by the way, very easily. And by the way, this case recharges both the transmitters and the receiver while they are plugged in. So you have a full battery every time you pull this thing out of your bag, ready to go and ready to be used.
Let's cut there. And I think this is going to be my outro.
Total sidebar, but since you can plug these little transmitters into your computer using USB-C and they capture audio.
All right, I'm going to cut there, get rid of all this dead space. And that dead space actually, let me actually show you that dead space real quick. This is me going, did I cover everything? Is there something that I should talk through? I don't know. And then I went, oh yeah, I should talk about this one thing. So I just went right back in.
Total sidebar. All
right, let's zoom in here to make that cut look a little bit more natural.
Ready to go and ready to be used. Total sidebar, but since ready to go and ready to be used. Total sidebar, but since you can plug these little transmitters into your computer using USB-C and they capture audio right onto the transmitters themselves, they can also be used as little flash drives. So not only are you walking around with two great microphones that sound great that you're hearing right now and this receiver that receives audio from those microphones, but you also, when you purchase the DJI mic, you receive two little flash drives that I believe, if I'm correct, are 8 gigs a piece, which can really help you out in a pinch if you're running out of storage or on the go, you know, creating a project on the go with your friends. It's just like a nice little feature that they probably didn't even think about when they created this, but you can use them as flash drives.
Okay, but you can use them as flash drives. I'm going to cut there.
With your friends, they didn't even think about when they created this, but you can use them as flash drives.
Now, we're about to hit the end of the video here, I believe.
If you are
the end always takes me quite a few tries. And I want to talk about something specific I do at the end of almost every single one of my, every single one of my videos since I started doing it. But let me first just really quick pop over to Ecamm, go to my camera here and see if there's any comments I need to address. I don't. I still want someone to tell me how this mic that I'm using right now sounds in the live stream. If you can, but if not, that's okay as well. All right, let's talk about the end of my video here.
If you are a content creator.
Now I see this blank space right here, so I'm assuming I had to do this again.
If you're a content creator and you're...
I see it right here again.
Content creator that's... If you're a creator that's looking to... If you're thinking, man, I need to...
This outro always takes me a long time because I really want to land the plane well.
Upgrade my video. However, if you're thinking, man, I need to upgrade my video, well, don't go out and buy a camera natural light. If you're thinking, man, I need to upgrade my video. If you're a creator that's looking to up the level of your content, if you are a creator that is looking to...
Here it is. So here's the end. Here's where I nailed it. How many tries was that? Like 17?
It's just like a nice little feature that they probably didn't even think about when they created this, but you can use them as flash drives. If you are a creator...
Okay, let me zoom in here. Just to make that transition a little bit nicer. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to zoom in. I'm going to zoom back out to my original... Yeah, transform.
It's just like a nice little feature that they probably didn't even think about when they created this, but you can use them as flash drives. If you are a creator that is looking...
So they can use them as trash drive. Use them as flash drive. Boom, right into my outro. I love that.
Didn't even think about when they created this, but you can use them as flash.
Now, one thing I might do, kind of like that Owen Wilson clip I was talking about earlier, is you can use them as flash drives. Wow. You know, like adding in that little Owen Wilson or something silly there, and then boom, right to my outro. It's going to keep their attention, and they're not even going to realize the outro is happening, and they're going to continue giving me those watch outs.
Didn't even think about when they created this, but you can use them as flash drives. If you are a creator that is looking to take your content to the next level, sure, you can go out and buy lights, but remember, you can also stand in front of a window where natural light is pouring in. Whatever you film in natural light is going to look great. You might be thinking, I want my video to look great, but don't forget, there's already a great camera in your pocket. The iPhone shoots in 4K, and entry-level cameras beyond the iPhone cost hundreds of dollars. If you're looking to take your content to the next level, start with audio. And sure, you can go out and buy one of these microphones and be really, really happy, but if you're looking for a full solution that can go anywhere with you because of how portable it is, that's easy to use, that works right out of the box, look no further than the DJI mic. But your content creation journey doesn't end here, it begins here. You gotta remember, watch this video.
So here's how I sign off every video. I never let them know that that the end is coming. Uh-oh, I just got a text from inside. My son's baseball practice, making sure he's okay. So listen to how I end here.
Look no further than the that can go anywhere with you because of how portable it is, that's easy to use, that works right out of the box.
Singing the praises of the
Look no
microphone.
further than the DJI mic. But your content creation journey doesn't end here, it begins here. You gotta remember, watch this video.
This is how I end every video. I never say, so in closing, and give this whole big outro. I say, hey, so if you're looking for this mic, this is the one you should go for. But remember, your journey doesn't end here. And then I say, click this video, which automatically I'm going to throw up an end card on YouTube that lets them know this is the next video they should watch. So I'm always inviting people further down the line in the journey to make sure they have the next video of mine to watch, because that's what it's all about. It's all about watch time on YouTube and getting those clicks. So let me cut out the end here. And beyond some of those extras that I want to add in, we've got an 8-minute video here that has all the information people need to know if this is the microphone that's right for them. They've got the price, they've got comparison to other microphones, and I honestly think it's a great video. Obviously, I'm going to go back and add some of those extras, but I don't want to take our entire live stream doing that. It was such a pleasure being here with you, and let me just check in on questions one more time before we end. Nope, no more questions. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. If there is anything you want to ask me, obviously throw it down in the comments, send me a message, contact me anytime on my website, iampatrickmurphy.com, and I will see you next time when we do another car edit or a coffee shop edit or a something edit. I have no idea. This was fun. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great one. Bye-bye.